In the brutal chaos of the Eastern Front during World War II, one name echoed with a mix of fear and respect among enemy soldiers: Lyudmila Pavlyuchenko. But before she became the most successful female sniper in history, she was just a history student at Kyiv University, a young woman with a sharp mind and an even sharper eye. When Germany invaded the Soviet Union in 1941, Lyudmila didn't hesitate. She was among the first wave of volunteers, determined to defend her homeland. Initially, the recruiting office tried to push her into a nursing role, but Lyudmila had other plans. She proudly presented her marksman certificate, proof of her exceptional shooting skills honed in a local club. They were skeptical, but a quick test proved her undeniable talent. She was assigned to the 25th Rifle Division. Lyudmila was thrust into the relentless fighting. The reality of war was a harsh teacher. For a sniper, the first kill is often the most difficult, a psychological barrier that must be overcome. For Lyudmila, this moment came during a fierce firefight. She was paired with a more experienced soldier, but he was struck down by enemy fire before her eyes. The shock and rage fueled her resolve. She raised her Mosin-Nagant rifle, took aim at two distant enemy soldiers, and fired. Both fell. That day, something shifted within her. She was no longer just a student. She was a protector, a soldier with a deadly purpose. Her baptism by fire was over, and the legend of Lady Death had just begun. Her primary battleground was the grueling siege of Sevastopol. Here she perfected her craft, spending days, sometimes weeks, in treacherous no man's land. Patience was her greatest ally. She would lie motionless for hours, enduring scorching heat, freezing cold, and constant hunger, all for that one perfect shot. She engaged in deadly duels with enemy snipers, a high-stakes game of cat and mouse where the slightest mistake meant death. In one legendary encounter, she faced off against a highly skilled German sniper who had already taken out several of her comrades. For 3 days they stalked each other, a silent, nerve-wracking duel. On the 3rd day, the German made a fatal error, revealing his position for a split second. It was all Lyudmila needed. That single shot added another notch to her tally, which by the end of the siege had grown to an incredible 309 confirmed kills, including 36 enemy snipers. Her reputation was so formidable that the Germans began targeting her specifically, using loudspeakers to try and coax her into defecting, promising her comfort and rank. She, of course, ignored them, her focus remaining squarely on her mission. But in June 1942, her frontline service came to an abrupt end. She was wounded by mortar fire, and given her immense value as a symbol of Soviet resistance, the High Command decided she was too precious to risk losing. They pulled her from combat. Her war on the battlefield was over, but a new one was about to begin. She was sent on a goodwill tour to the Allied nations, the United States, Canada, and Great Britain to rally support for a second front in Europe. In America, she became the first Soviet citizen to be welcomed at the White House, meeting with President Franklin D. Roosevelt and First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt. Initially, the American press was more interested in her appearance, her lack of makeup, and the length of her skirt than her incredible accomplishments. Frustrated by the trivial questions, La Boubla found her voice. Speaking in Chicago, she delivered a powerful, now famous speech. "Gentlemen," she said, "I am 25 years old, and I have killed 309 fascist invaders by now. Don't you think, gentlemen, that you have been hiding behind my back for too long?" Her words were a jolt, a stark reminder of the brutal reality of the war. She wasn't just a curiosity. She was a seasoned warrior. After the war, she finished her education at Kigu University and worked as a historian. Lyudmila Pavlichenko's story is a powerful testament to courage and resilience, a reminder that heroes can emerge from the most unexpected places. Thanks for watching. If you are inspired by La Boubla's incredible story, please hit that like button and subscribe for more tales of extraordinary individuals. See you next time.